Okay, let me make sure I'm online. Okay, hello, I'm Alex from A.P. Ink. So today I'm going to be picking up for day 10 of my interpretation of Mermay, Starfish at the Toga Olympics. So I've got a 2B pencil, a piece of sketchbook paper. I've got two references. Okay, really quick. Let's go over the list. So I think I'm going to have to adjust this list a little bit because I've got fighting ring, and I think I'm going to actually try to put the ring in with the wrestler and boxing prompt. But anyways, today I'm going to try for wrestling. So like I said, I've got two references, one of wrestlers and one of toga. So I'm going to do this landscape. I'm just trying to figure if I should put in the ring first. I'll probably put the ring in, or like the floor in, after, so I don't have to try to move around it, I guess. So I do have a time limit, so I'm going to try to jump right into this. I'm adjusting the pose just a little bit because I think it makes a bit more sense with the anatomy I'm trying to give these starfish. think I need to lengthen this leg just a little bit. Okay, so we've got our two wrestlers. Now to dress them. So to add like pleating to this guy's, the skirt of this guy's toga, but to also, I think, to add a little bit of pulling for where his legs are pushing apart. So kind of add a little bit of like a dip, I think, for where his leg is pulling. So reversing the direction of the toga, the shoulder strap would be on that side, so it would come down this way. And then to try to imply the same pulling of the fabric, but focusing on the back of the thigh, leg, and bottom area. I don't know how to wrinkle the fabric around his butt area. Yeah, that doesn't look so good. Okay. I think so. It doesn't look like there's a specific floor type for this. Just that it's a floor. So I think try to pretend I know anything about perspective here. Put a vanishing point. I don't know if my line was actually straight here. Okay, so that's like 2 1/4. That's close enough, 2 1/4. Excuse me. So they've at least got kind of a designated area that they have to stay in. I think I'll go for a 0.5 fine liner for the ground. Whoops. And then I'm gonna switch to a black brush pen. Actually, I think I'll use the same 0.5 fine liner for some of the smaller details on these guys. Now I'm going to use the brush pen to finish this off. Okay, I'm gonna give that a minute to dry, erase the pencil, and then ink these guys really quick. While we wait, I'm gonna pick the colors for this. So teal for the fabric of the togas. I've been thinking about making any of these guys green, the starfish themselves. But to do it in a way that they don't end up blending in with the details, the little clasp on the shoulder of their toga and the belt on their toga. Maybe here isn't the best to do green starfish, because I'm thinking about making the matte green. So use the more yellow green on the belt and the clasp, but making this part the bluer forest green. But I think when I used, I think it was the darker, the bluer green that was starting to dry out. Let's see what else I have for green. I have that dark green, which to compare this dark green to that forest green, this is a bit more yellow. So yellow versus blue and green. This is a brighter green, warmer green. This is a bit darker or cooler. So blue makes green cooler, yellow makes green brighter, warmer. I don't know. Maybe I'll use this dark green for the matte instead of the blue forest green. Just because if I need to use this again, at least for this project, I'd like to actually have it versus completely wearing it out right now. But we'll put that one back. I do have these other greens that I could try using for the skin color. Would it look too green though? Like maybe I don't know. I could have one of them like this apple green and then pick a different color for the other one. Let's start with the easy part. Erase the pencil and then do the toga details. Okay, so the more yellow forest green with the belt. And the little clasp. And then deep olive green to add shadow. Teal to add shadow to the fabric. Try to build up some of those shadows. I don't think it's really standing out. I don't know, some of this, it gets kind of complicated to look up how fabric might stretch across somebody's butt just to see the wrinkles. Okay. I'm gonna tackle the starfish first and then do the ground after. So green apple. Trying to decide which one. I don't know. I I know, just pick one. Okay, and then I think grass green to shade it. Let me make sure. I'm fairly certain the grass green is going to stand up on top of the apple green, but just to check. Grass green. Okay, and then for this guy, I've been thinking either pink or like fuchsia. I wanted to do purple, but I don't have a light enough purple to really make that work. But I could try mulberry with violet. I mean, I suppose I could try just purple and see how dark it is anyway. I don't really want to do that here, though. I mean, I wasn't sure about doing one brown. Ended up really happy with it. Okay, mulberry. That is so wet, it's actually kind of bleeding. Okay. Violet. Okay, and then to go back with that dark green. But if I should actually add like a shadow puddle underneath them, or if I should put that in digitally. This just kind of using green just kind of continues the um, seaweed um, idea that I was talking about yesterday. I'm kind of tempted to add shiniest to this, but I don't know enough about wrestling to know if they I thought they wrestled on mats, but I don't know if that's like school wrestling. I think because this is so dark, I'll put the drop shadow in digitally. I'm trying to get rid of the streakiness. I think I'm just making it worse. Okay. So there's my interpretation of wrestling. Let's bring the list back and we'll mark this off. So that's number 5 done. Maybe you can see that. Okay. So if you'd like to join me for day 11 of Mermay, please make sure that you're following me and that your notifications are turned on so that you're notified for the next time I go live. But I hope you enjoyed watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you. Bye.